Today we're going to be doing our very own Native American folklore. So I want you to go to native.languages.org. native.languages.org. It is such a cool site that compiles all sorts of different tribes from across America, their legends and myths and stories they would tell. So what is this doing in the box What Happens at Night? Well, a long time ago, people would have fires at night for a couple of reasons. They would use those fires to tell stories and myths and legends all around with one another in companionship and enhance the culture of that tribe through storytelling. So I chose to do a very spooky legend. You might choose to do whatever legend you would like to do from that Native American database of legends and myths. So go check it out, and then we'll get down to making art. Welcome back. Here's what you're going to do. I want you to get out your watercolor paper. I have a little bit of a sketch on mine, but your last large watercolor paper. You need your watercolor set. You need your 2 brushes. And as always, you're going to be using your pencil and eraser. So we've looked a little bit into Native American mythology and stories that were told around a campfire. So a long, long time ago, people would have campfires to keep dangerous predators and animals away. It was a way that they could protect themselves at night. And then around the campfire is when stories would be told, songs would be sung, culture would be shared. And so what I want you to do is I want you to think about a story that might be shared around a campfire. If you've looked at the website of all the different Native American folklore, whether it's a creation myth or a spooky story of the Wendigo, or whatever you think would be a good story to share around the campfire, what I want you to do is I want you to use your pencil to sketch out that story on here. I want you to compose or make a composition. I want you to arrange the pieces of your story, very big, very large, sketch it out onto your watercolor paper, and then we're going to add watercolors to it. All right. Okay, friends, so I made my sketch and I chose to do the Wendigo, which is a creepy creature who lives in the woods. He's got antlers and he's always hungry. He is the embodiment of famine, so starvation. He's always hungry, always looking for for food. And so what I need to do is with watercolors, I'm going to add all the color into this. Start light colors to dark. So start with all your light colors first. I need to do all my backgrounds, all my base colors, what's on the bottom, and then I'm going to stack subsequently darker and darker and darker colors, building up my layers. So I want to start with all my backgrounds, a misty gray forest in the background with black trees. I'm not going to do my black first. I'm going to do all gray. I'm going to avoid my Wendigo, and I'm going to just do in between the spaces. This tree, I'm going to start with a light brown and start to build up layers of the bark. This Wendigo skin is going to be like a green gray. So I'll start with light gray and then add some greens and add some grays. So I'm going to add value. I'm going to add from light to dark, and I'm going to go ahead and start doing that. I'm going to go ahead and use a gray wash in my background. I'm going to just get a little bit of black, but I need to really water it down. I want it to be so light. And I'm going to put that misty gray with a lot of water, and I'm going to just wash over the background. So light. So light there. Okay, so you can see that I've put on my base layer of watercolors. I watched Miss Katie's Watercolor Basics video, which you can go into this playlist and see this video on how to add watercolor in stages, in layers. Watercolor is additive. So although I've got my start here, I know that I need to go ahead and add a few more layers. So I'm gonna go get to it and finish this Wendigo up.